Hey guys, welcome back to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. In this episode, we will be doing, hopefully, the entirety of this freaking trial. Hopefully I won't have to split it up like last time, because I'm starting as soon as I get home. I'm not really dilly-dallying, I just checked DeviantArt, because I can't really check that during the day, but... Alright, here we go.
Let's see, do we have every... Hey! We're short one!
And who are we short? Fukawa still hasn't shown.
Who's Fukawa?
You don't remember?
Just Josh and I'd never forget her. Besides, she's got a vital role to play in this class trial. I'm gonna go bring her down, even if I have to do it by force, back in a flash.
I know why she's very crucial to the trial. I know like bits and pieces, but this trial was really confusing me. And then after this, I was accidentally spoiled by Madison to one of the other trials and accidentally spoiled by looking for pictures of Asahina to another trial. So... And then there's one trial I know nothing about, so hey, maybe this will be the last trial I actually know something about. Anyways, true to his word, Monokuma returned with Fukawa in tow, just a few minutes later. How the fuck?
I said I didn't want to. Why did you have to go and drag me here against my will? Your cruelty knows no bounds. Oh, that makes everyone. Now that we've got that taken care of, you guys are gonna head down to the courtroom. I'll go on ahead and meet you there.
Great. Let's get going then. It's time to unmask Chihiro Fujisaki's murderer. Fujisaki. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was kind, gentle, and frail. Not the kind of girl anyone could resent. So why was she murdered? And yet someone killed her. I know who killed her, I just don't remember why exactly. And the person who did is in this room. Somewhere in this room. Alright, let's talk to Ishimaru. I haven't the faintest idea who could have killed her. But I'm sure we'll manage somehow. Justice always prevails. Isn't that right, Protege? Protege? Okay, let's talk to Protege. What's got Fukawa put up so much of a fight? He's not talking to Ishimaru. Ah! Oh, that's interesting. Okay, Celeste, what do you got to say?
Fukawa is behaving rather strangely, and I don't believe shock is an adequate explanation.
That's very true. Okay, Togami bitch, what do you got to say? Toga bitch? As with many hints I gave you, I'm expecting you put on a damn good show in there. Yeah, I don't know. Cool. I can see Asahina through Celeste's, drills.
I never actually got around to doing any investigating.
That was totally the wrong voice for her. But whatever, let's talk to Mr. Big Mouth over here.
My darling Chihiro, for a resident of a three-dimensional world, you were rather impressive. Of course, being 3D, there was no way it could have ended in anything but disappointment.
Yeah, maybe not for Chihiro, though. Let us bring to light the name of the scoundrel who would dare harm the meek. You know, I feel like Sakura is actually one of the most caring people here. She doesn't seem like it, but she is. On the count of 3, we do this, dude. 1, 2, 3. We have no choice, do we?
No, we don't.
I nodded my head slightly in response, let out a long, heavy sigh, and then, on shaky legs, stepped onto the elevator. My heart sped up with every step I took. Once everyone had boarded, the elevator began its descent, carrying with it the vortex of emotion and speculation that swirled around us. This trial is going to be really painful for me. Like, extremely painful. The elevator clunked, rattling my eardrums painfully as it sunk deeper and deeper into the earth. The farther down it carried us, the greater my anxiety grew. But still, the elevator continued to sink farther and farther below the surface, until finally, we hit the courtroom. It came to an abrupt stop. I feel like Nagi will eventually not even care about the elevator ride. Here we go.
What do you think of the new decor? Pretty exciting, huh? Makes it feel like a totally different room, right?
How about none of the above? Just hurry up and get this started.
Ooh, you got spunk. I like that. Alright, let's get this party started. Go find a seat with your name on it, you guys.
You know, I don't like that it's called seats because we stand the whole time. And once again, the curtain rose on the trial for life and a judgment of death, deception in life and treachery in death. I'm not reading all this bullshit again. I already read it. Class trial to live or the class trial to die. You are fucking right. I'm going to save. I'm not losing any information I gained, which isn't really much, but I don't want to read anymore. All right. What the fuck? They're barking again. What are they barking at? What are they barking at? Hold on. Bam! I hope they're barking at nothing because my stepdad is supposed to be home soon. Okay, lecture ID. Why are there no words here? Okay, I guess. Skills. Deep in thought. What is this? Wait, what does this do? Why am I not getting any words? Slightly increases the time limit of each phase. Effective during the class trial. Downshift. Decreases crosshair movement speed. Effective during non-stop debate and epiphany. Oh god, I fucking need that. Sort of. Voice of Gold. Increases the damage dealt when you obliterate an assertion. Effective during machine gun talk battle. SP needed 3. That's it? Okay. I'm pretty sure Chihiro gave me one of these skills, and that's really depressing. I think that's the one she gave me. Slightly increases. I don't think I need that, so... ammunition. I'm definitely gonna need this. Monokuma File 2. Is protecting her body. Okay, so Wada's testimony, card reader, Electro IDs, the broken Electro ID, the Genocider Showcase file, Asahina's testimony, the stained carpet, changing room posters, Fujisaki's Electro ID, Fujisaki's corpse, the missing stain, the desk lamp, and Celeste's testimony. That's actually a good amount of information, and I could you'd think I would have figured out who the murderer is, but I honestly cannot figure it out. No one's been obviously suspicious, and to be totally honest. Okay, here we go.
Let's start out with a simple explanation. Your guys' vote determines the trial's outcome. Finger the true villain and only the villain gets punished, but make the wrong accusation and everyone else gets punished, leaving your deceiver to graduate free and clear. Let's see, first on the agenda, how about we start things off with the murder weapon?
It looks like my first task is to identify the weapon that killed Fujisaki. That was the dumbbell. I mean, that's very clear. The dumbbell is what killed Fujisaki. Oh god, it's lagging. Okay. I already checked. I already have high performance on, so it's not that. It's just sometimes during the trials it likes to lag like that. Okay. Chihiro, babe. Okay. Fujisaki's cause of death was the blow... Oh, wait, no, that's right, that's right. The Monokuma file says she was struck, but by something blunt. But what was it? Well, that's very true. It was a metal pipe. No. It was a dumbbell. Why do you think it was a metal pipe? I know I didn't finish listening to you, but why do you think it was a metal pipe? Perfect. Aptitude, 100 points. Perfect. All right, can you just continue, please? All right. Hagakura, you're an idiot. Wasn't the weapon used to kill her the dumbbell we found at the crime scene? Not only was there blood on it, there wasn't anything else at the scene that could have done that to her. Also, the wound on the victim's head matches the shape of the dumbbell. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, there's no room for questions.
You examined her wound? Gross!
Fucking, you guys are wimps. Why do you sound slightly feminine? I'll take the floor from here and change the subject to that of the murderer. Of course, I've already established who did it. What? You're for real? The culprit responsible for Chihiro Fujisaki's murder is the homicidal maniac, Genocider Sho. The homicidal maniac, Genocider Sho. Did he really kill her? A non-stop debate is about to begin. New elements have been added. Please tell me. This round, other students have begun chattering and interfering with your attempts to speak. Striking chatter with your ammunition will cause it to disappear, blocking you from making a refutation. Press the X button while targeting chatter to use your silencer and neutralize the interference. However, if you miss the chatter and try to silence a legitimate assertion, you will be penalized with a reduction in your time limit. Please aim carefully. As a side note, if your action difficulty is set to merciful, chatter will not appear at all. You will not need to make use of the silencer, so please relax and focus on the problem at hand. I think I chose merciful. I don't remember, though. I wish you best of luck. Over and out. I'm just going to focus on, getting this done. So I got triangle to shoot, X to silence. Got it. In case I didn't set it on merciful. Genocider Show case file. All right. Let's see if we got chatter. Because if we don't, that'll make it way better. All right. The culprit is Genocider Sho. Okay. Well, he's very sure on that. This is indisputable. I wish I could click that.
No way! That can't be true!
And why can't it?
I mean, it's crazy.
There's no evidence! That's a lie. There actually is a lot of evidence in the case file. Not gonna lie, it's very likely, it's not unlikely actually, that Genocider Sho did kill Chihiro, but Chihiro wasn't killed in the usual way. Chihiro was killed in sort of a false type of Genocider Sho way. So I don't think Genocider Sho did it. Actually, there is some evidence. Huh? There's a file in the library's archives. A top-secret police file documenting all of Genocider Sho's murders. Hold on! Why the hell would something like that be in the archives? I don't feel like explaining. In any case, the file contains highly detailed reports on the Genocider Sho murders. From this, we learn that there are two distinguishing features to the Genocider Sho's crimes. One, he always leaves a message written in blood at the crime scene. Boobalicious fever? Fucking really? I'm gonna kill you.
Bloodbath fever.
What matters, though, is the other distinguishing feature, as this information hasn't been made public. It hasn't been made public? You tell them, Nagi. The other unrevealed feature has something to do with the Genocider show, crucifies his victims. I mean, that's the only other thing that happened to Chihiro that was specific. Apparently, Genocider Show crucifies all of his victims. Aside from Genocider Show himself, only those in the upper echelon of the police know about that. And yet, Fujisaki was indeed crucified. Great. That begs the question, how did the culprit learn information only the police and Genocider Show know? There's only one possible explanation. And what would that be? The culprit is Genocider Show. You're shitting me!
Does that mean someone here is Genocider Show?
Toko Fukawa. Genocider Show's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
No way!
Hold on a second! Fukawa can't stand the sight of blood! I've never heard of a serial killer who's afraid of blood!
She both is and isn't Genocider Show. There's your answer. You're telling riddles now. Just get to the point, dude. Hagakuri's right. It is kind of like a riddle, but I feel like I understand. What Togumi means by she's both is and isn't Genocider Show. He's saying there's more than one of her, right? Yeah, multiple personality disorder. Or dissociative identity disorder. Epiphany anagram. Oh, not this again. Okay. Identity disorder. So it would be another D, wouldn't it? Oh, fuck. Yeah, DID. Dissociative identity disorder. Though no one abbreviates it like that. I guess it was a lot smaller in Japanese or something. But it's multiple personality disorder, dissociative identity disorder. Usually so, I don't remember if that's schizophrenia or not. I really don't remember. I don't think so, though. Because Genocider Show has dissociative identity disorder. Huh? That's what it said in the Genocider Show case file. We hypothesized the suspect has a severe case of dissociative identity disorder.
But doesn't that mean Master Toko Fukawa?
Oh, but it does. Her strange behavior after seeing the body suggests exactly that. She has multiple personalities. What was it about Fukawa's behavior that would indicate she has DID? Her speech patterns. I thought she showed up late. You mean the way her speech patterns changed? Think back to what happened when she passed out and then woke back up again. Yeah, she was fucking insane.
Totally fine. Totally fine. Hey, it's a body. Look, it's dead.
Yeah, she hit her head pretty bad, dude.
The world is made up of fronts and backs. 9 fronts and 9 backs, like truths and lies. You're kind of scaring me, and you're not talking like usual either.
Oh god, his voice gives me a headache, like doing it. She was acting rather peculiar, yes. Her characteristic Moro's addiction had vanished. Don't characterize me like that. Also, after she regained consciousness, she had no problem looking into Fujisaki's corpse. In other words, one personality is afraid of blood and one that isn't both reside within you. Oh, excuse me.
Then how do you explain Fukawa barricading herself in a room in fear of Genocider?
She was, scared of letting him out. I'm not reading this again, I'm sorry. I already read all this. Oh, excuse me. She didn't lock herself to prevent someone on the outside from entering, but to prevent someone on the inside from getting out. What? Toko Fukawa was terrified of letting the homicidal maniac inside her kill someone.
Why? Yeah, why do you think you know all that?
You misunderstand, Asahina. Her why doesn't mean why do you know, but why did you tell? Huh? Last night, just before Monokuma's little incentive charade, she and I had an unusual conversation. And there she revealed something about absolutely fascinating to me. That a serial killer dwells within her, and she lives in constant fear of its outbursts. And that this is what caused her to become so gloomy and withdrawn. Isn't that right?
That's not true. Is it, Fukawa? You said you wouldn't say anything. Huh? You promised. Was that all a lie?
You got the wrong idea. What did you think would come of unloading your misery on someone who never asked? This isn't some romance novel. This is the real world. Besides, you broke your promise first. I seem to recall you saying something to the effect of, no matter what happens, I will not allow Genocider to kill anyone as long as we are here. But despite that, it still killed someone. But that doesn't make any sense with the information I know is completely true. Not gonna lie, doesn't match up, so...
You said if I kept my promise, you'd go out with me. That's why I made the promise.
Once again, you got the wrong idea. In any event, you were unable to keep your promise. Was the thrill of murder too much for you to resist?
I tried. I did everything I could to hold her back.
Unfortunately, it seems trying wasn't good enough.
You're horrible.
All right, well, that's enough preamble. We'll get the rest of the story straight from the horse's mouth.
The horse's mouth? You mean?
Oh god, how is he gonna draw Genocider Show out? Fukawa's body bent backwards, farther and farther, until she fell over, landing with a hard thud. The next moment, hi, Genocider Show, what's up? We get to talk to her. Look at that fucking tongue, Jesus.
You mean it's my turn to play? What? Guess the cat's out of the bag. Whatevs, what can you do? Super high school level homicidal maniac, Genocider Show here. Real name's Toku Fukawa, but screw that. What the hell?
What's gotten into you, Fukawa?
What's it matter if I've got multiple personalities? What's it matter if one of them's a serial killer? Look the other way. They're just some minor character flaws.
Her energy's through the roof.
A sound murderer resides in a sound-minded body.
I can hardly believe how different they are.
Yes, there are 2 sides to everything in the world. Just as there are 9 tails behind every 9 heads, and just as there is a lie behind every truth, behind Little Miss Gloomy is a gaiety brighter than...
Gaiety? What the fuck is a gaiety? Whatever. Is a gaiety brighter than the sun? This is Genocider Show? The homicidal maniac? This is completely outrageous.
Excuse me, Miss Genocider Show. May I ask you a question?
Excuse me, I think someone might be home. Hold on. Nope, I just heard things. Hold on.
Yes? There have been rumors going around that you might be the puppet master. What do you have to say about that? Most certainly, I am the one, the only, the puppet master. Just kidding.
So, you're not?
Of course she's not. Don't go putting me on the same level as that psycho. Though, you know, what I've noticed recently? The cops out there, and the people too, are pretty helpless. I mean, look, they let this doofus of a serial killer run wild.
I know I'm not innocent, but come on, that's life. Living is, in a sense, the act of hurting others. People hurt others so they can live, and they live so they can be hurt.
Not!
I'm sure you're all convinced now that Fujisaki was murdered by this homicidal maniac. You seem very keen on getting Genocider Show to take the blame. I don't trust you. But I know you lived. Spoiler alert, Togami lives, so, Given she even has a motive, there's no doubt about it. A motive? You remember what Monokuma said to us yesterday? That if someone hadn't graduated within 24 hours, he would reveal everyone's secrets. Now suppose Toku Fukawa's shameful memory or deep dark secret was that she was Genocider Show. If that information came to light, it would undoubtedly be her ruin. Oh, excuse me. In short, her motive was that she did not want her secret revealed, no matter what the cost.
I see.
Too bad, though. I didn't do it.
Huh? I can't imagine. I'm sorry, my nose is getting very stuffy. I can't imagine anyone other than a homicidal maniac could kill someone in such a brutal fashion.
Sorry, hun, but that's the truth.
And who do you expect to believe you?
Yeah, who would trust a serial killer?
They're probably right. I want to agree, but something just doesn't feel right. I should hear her out, get her side of the story in more detail. Well, I mean, once again, the crucifixion wasn't exactly the way that Genocider Show does their crucifixions. I mean, Genocider Show puts scissors in all the wounds wherever there would be crucified. This one was just hung up by an electrical cord. That's very true. You did not kill Chihiro. And who do you expect to believe you? Now, if you had an alibi...
An alibi, you say? Yeah, something like that.
Fujisaki's murder and your past murders don't match up. Nope, they didn't. Oh, fuck. Yeah, there we go. Thank God. Rejected. You're wrong. You're so wrong, Togami. I want to prove you're wrong so bad. I hate you. Ugh. I really freaking hate him. I want him gone. Ugh. Damn, son. All right. You said their MOs were identical, but is that really true? I actually think there are some differences between Genocider Show's past murders and Fujisaki's murder. Huh? Like what? I don't know how to do the tisk-tisk noise, something like that.
You can't tell? Quiet in the peanut gallery. I'll tell you what he's talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Scissors.
When I do it with passion and conviction. So, as any artisan would be, I'm very particular about how I go about my craft. I'm particular the same way a renowned ramen shop is particular about its broth and noodles and toppings. But to hear of Fujisaki's murder is like if that shop started selling packs of instant ramen. This is most certainly not my work.
I'm trying to make her crazy and it's not really working, but whatever. Allow me to try that again. There are two major differences between Fujisaki's murder and Genocider Show's past murders. The first major difference comes from the victim photos in the Genocider Show case file, in particular their stomachs and necks. So the discrepancy is the cause of death? Yeah, okay, good. The cause of death. They're stabbed. All of Genocider Show's previous victims were killed in the exact same way. Based on the information in the case file, they were murdered using scissors. Yeah, they were crucified via scissors. On the other hand, Fujisaki died of a blunt force trauma to the head.
You have a point. Tis indeed a disparity.
Weird, isn't it, that a serial killer known for a constant MO would change things up just this once? But that's not all. There's one other major discrepancy.
If the bloody calling card is the braised pork of my craft, then crucifixion is the boiled egg.
Dude, can we please drop the ramen analogy? So what you're trying to say is that the second inconsistency is in the crucifixion? Right, the second discrepancy is in the crucifixion. In the Genocider Show case file photos, her victims had their hands pierced, which means the difference is what she uses. No, how she poses the bodies. No, ignore. Hit the wrong one. I'm sorry. It's come on. In what she uses. There we go. Sorry, I actually did hit the wrong one. Do you remember what was used to hang Fujisaki's body? Her hands were bound to the equipment with a cord, which is how her crucifixion was achieved.
And what of it?
In Genocider Show's murders, the crucifixions were carried out via the scissors, using extremely sharp scissors. All the same kind, too.
Listen up, I kill and crucify using my very own homemade scissors. I'm an artisan. I'm picky about my tools. Plus. You said there were only two differences, Ma, but that's not right.
By Ma, do you mean me?
Are you listening, Ma? There's one more difference.
Huh?
Well, you didn't notice? There's a certain rule I follow to choose my victims.
Rule?
It's easy as pie to see why I wouldn't have killed Babyface if he could figure out my rule.
So in other words, Genocider Show follows a rule when choosing her victims, and Fujisaki doesn't meet her qualifications? From Victor's name, from Genocide, there we go. From her victims' names, it's pretty safe to assume that they have one thing in common that excludes Fujisaki. Oh yeah, I think I've got it. Fujisaki's female. There we go. Is it because Fujisaki is female?
And bingo was his name-o!
Well, what do you mean, dude? There's a pattern to the victims of the Genocider Show murders. They're all male. Like, all of those are dudes. Ken Harada, blah, 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 blah. That's a lot of names. I'm not reading them again. They're all dudes?
Yes, I do it with passion and conviction, but only with flaming hot hunks of man. I say, how embarrassing! What the hell? I can't help it. I'm a slasher. I crave the very same hunk-on-hunk action little Miss Kalumi so reviles. Pure, unadulterated, steaming hot man/man.
That is a really weird thing that you have about killing people. Holy crap. You wouldn't kill Fujisaki because she's female and therefore not hot? That's like a ramen chef serving you spaghetti. So they both got noodles. It's still fucked up. It's a line I won't cross because I have passion and conviction. My perfectionism is what makes me me. You've made your tastes and priorities abundantly clear, but that's all they are, tastes, priorities. But it all comes crashing down when you're forced to commit murder in order to survive.
Quit your yapping, you sore loser.
Sore loser? Hold on, I think I like Genocider Show.
When I kill, it ain't for some lame-ass reason like saving my own skin. And even if...
Oh god, is someone home? No, okay, never mind. I'm sorry, if my set that comes home and hears me screaming like Genocider Show, that will be a problem. Anyways,
even if there was some situation where I had to kill someone else to save myself, I sure as hell wouldn't crucify him or leave no body writing. Too much work and a dead giveaway.
You have a very good point.
And anyway, no matter what the circumstances, my trusty Genesis are a must-have. Like hell, I'm gonna use some heavy-ass dumbbell. Perchance there were no adequate scissors at hand, so you substituted them for a nearby dumbbell? Adequate scissors? I don't just use any old adequate scissors. I use my own earth-shakingly fabulous handmade scissors.
My nose is so stuffed up, God. Which you're even less likely to find here, dude.
Oh, really?
And you have some, don't you? Yes, you have,
Dun 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 dun! Ah, you're fully equipped! I'm ready to do it anytime, anywhere! You still think I'd use that rope and dumbbell instead of these babies, which I've got experience with? I wouldn't know, would I, suckers?
She's fun to voice, but my throat really hurts.
And anyway, I don't even know how to tie a knot, so I couldn't have used that rope.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Is this serial killer seriously not the killer? That was a great scripting, I love it. But still, what about the crucifixion? That ain't public knowledge.
That is the reason we decided it wasn't a copycat, but the real Genocider show.
Hold on a second, there is someone who could have imitated Genocider show's modus operandi. Yeah, it's fucking Togami. See, now I say make an accusation, but I mean, this isn't the person that killed her. It's Togami. Togami's the only other one that knows. But he's not the one that killed her, let me tell you. You could have done it, couldn't you, Togami? You're in a position where you can readily access secret government files and internal police files. On top of that, you told me you used to spend a lot of time going over the Genocider show case files. And he's quiet.
So you're suggesting Master Miyagi Togami is the murderer?
Yes, be quiet, Tifui. Then Togami's insistence on Genocider show being the culprit was because he wanted to place the blame for his crimes on her.
So the person who manipulated the scene to make it look like I did it was the gorgeous man in the glasses here? That's hot!
What do you have to say to these claims, Togami? I see. So you suspect me. Then tell me this. When did you first begin to suspect me? Thinking back on it now, just before we discovered Fujisaki's body, you did something I think was a little peculiar. And what was that? That changing room over there is very suspicious. Very suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It doesn't look like anyone's checked the changing rooms yet. Let's look around the women's room first. Yeah. You suggested we go to the women's changing room first, didn't you, Togami? But being a guy, you're saying my first instinct should have been to search the men's changing room? The victim of Fujisaki is female. That's why I chose the women's changing room, nothing more.
That makes perfect sense to me.
But we didn't know who the victim was. We were looking for the victim. No, actually, it doesn't make sense. Then why don't you tell us what doesn't make sense, Naegi? There's a glaring contradiction in what Togami just said. I have to point it out. We didn't fucking know who was killed! God damn! The new gameplay element being added... I can't talk. Being added this round is called Conversation. If you hold the triangle button while targeting a weak point, you can convert that weak point into ammunition. You can then fire the converted ammunition at another weak point. If you fire the converted ammunition or chamber something else, you will lose the converted ammo. However, you're free to convert the same weak point into ammunition as many times as you desire. If you don't think you can refute the hidden lie or contradiction using the ammunition in your cylinder, then by all means, try converting someone else's weak point and making use of it. And just when should you attempt a conversion? Why, that's up to you to figure out. To say the least, you will not be able to complete this debate without using your newfound ability. Okay, I wish you the best of luck. Over and out. So let's go through all of them first, and then see if we need our ammunition or not, which we probably won't. But let's see. Monokuma File 2. We really need to know, like, hey, no one discovered the body in time. So, you said before, something strange before you found the body. But what was strange about that? As a man, whenever the opportunity arises... Oh god, I fucking hate you, Hifumi. Go away, please. The victim, Fujisaki, is female. Okay, I don't see how that would be. That's why I suggested investigating the women's changing room. But we didn't know the victim! We didn't know who the victim was! What's so unusual about that? I very much have taken you with me. I think I need to load Asahina's and then shoot it at Togami's. I think that makes more sense. Her words clearly contradict Togami's claims. As I've been saying, it doesn't make sense that he would know that before seeing it. Alright, I just have to use her words against him. Yeah, it's Asahina's. Yeah, there we go. Okay, before you found the body. There we go. But what was strange about that? As a man, whenever the opportunity arises, I don't know how. I forgot how to skip through this, so I'm just not gonna do it, and I'm just gonna wait for Togami to get his ass back over here. The victim, Fujisaki. Yes. Okay, I hit it. Good. You didn't know who the fucking victim was. There was no way to know. Monokuma hadn't announced it yet, so you know before Monokuma knew. Not Monokuma, but before everyone else knew, which means you had to have been there when she was murdered. I know you weren't the murderer, though. I still think what you're saying doesn't make sense, Togami. I mean, you shouldn't have known who the victim was before we found the body. So your claim that you chose the women's changing room because the victim was Fujisaki doesn't hold up. I see. Nicely done. Excellent. Now we're getting somewhere, Makoto Naegi. But your allegations are still weak. You need more evidence. Huh? Oh, excuse me. Is that all the evidence you have? I beg to differ. Go on, show it to me. What the? Why is he acting like this? He's egging me on. But why? He should be feeling cornered by now. But it's like it's not even affecting him. Come on, you're not telling me the truth. You're not telling me you're through, are you? You have more evidence. I know you do. I'm pretty sure. There is more evidence. It's hidden in the discussion we had earlier about the discrepancies between this murder and Genocider Show's murder. Evidence that I killed her? Yeah. The discrepancies between Genocider Show's murders and this one. There's evidence there that Togami is the killer? What exactly is she talking about? I don't fucking know. What ammunition do I have? Oh my god, this stuff is really complicated. Desk lamp. Okay, desk lamp. Alright. Oh yeah, I mean, no one else knew about the extension cord. The difference between the I'm not gonna read all these. Okay, just difference between the murderers. Want me to go back over them again? No, I know them. I kill with my handmade Genesizers, which you do. I also crucify with my handmade Genesizers. Yes, you do. On the other hand, Fujisaki was crucified with an extension cord. A rope wasn't. I wish I could just shoot at that. Yes, it was indeed a rope. No, it fucking wasn't. The rope seems rather fishy. It was a fucking extension cord. Yo, Togami, where'd you get it? Come on, Togami. Nope, you're a fucking lot. No. Ah, fucking hell. How do I go through these again? Fuck. Ugh. I know. Okay. Fucking. I forget how to skip through these. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. I forget how to skip through these. Is it circle? Yeah, it was circle. Okay. I hit the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. It was... That's a fucking lie! It wasn't a rope, it was an extension cord, and you use it on the desk lamp all the time! Oh my god, Togami. But you didn't kill her! I know you didn't kill her! Ugh! This is maddening. You have no idea. This is maddening. Actually, you have seen it before, Togami. The rope used to hang Fujisaki's body was really an extension cord. What? Was an extension cord? Yes, it was an extension cord, the one that Togami kept using. I saw you using that extension cord in the library, Togami. On top of that, after the murder, it was gone. The extension cord had disappeared in the library. I refuse to believe that as the person who had been using that cord, you missed that detail. That it could only have been Togami who brought the extension cord to the scene of the crime. Yeah, I guess. I see. Interesting. So this is the answer you've settled on? After killing Chihiro Fujisaki in the women's changing room, I hung her body and wrote a bloody message to make it look like Genocider Show had done it. Does that about cover it? Doesn't make it. We don't have enough information. It's like he's taunting me for some reason. Like he doesn't have anything to worry about. It's because you're not presenting all of the information. Wait, nothing to worry about? I asked you a question. Is that your answer? Yes, that's our fucking answer. You killed Fujisaki, you asshole! The opposite of agreeing! That seems like a very plausible thing for you to do, Togami. After all your talk about this being a game. Hey, would you mind holding off for just a minute? I'd like to keep the discussion going for just a little bit longer. What? Is that really necessary? We've already figured out who did it, dude. Maybe we have, but still, something doesn't feel quite right. Doesn't feel right? And what would that be? I killed Chihiro Fujisaki in the women's changing room and then manipulated the crime scene. So it would appear as though this psychopathic homicidal maniac was responsible for the murder. And what exactly doesn't seem right about that? Wait, is that really how it happened? No. While yes, the body was found, is Togami really right in saying that? No, I don't think so. There's something obviously wrong with this claim. The crime scene. The crime scene doesn't match because the poster that was in the women's changing room was actually supposed to be in the men's changing room. You said you killed Fujisaki in the women's changing room, Togami, but I'm not sure about that. I think the murder might have taken place somewhere else. Unbelievable. You've let me down, Naegi. I thought you were going somewhere else with that, but goddamn if I've never been more wrong. She died in the women's changing room. There's no question about that. It couldn't possibly have happened anywhere else. Isn't it possible she was killed somewhere else and then brought there? Along with the rest of the scene? You think the whole scene was moved? Oh, he's getting nervous. And I expect you to have some evidence to back up a claim like that. Yeah, that was the idea. Did I just throw him off balance? Yes, you did, Naegi. He's been so my throat just made a funny noise. He's been so confident up to this point, but as soon as I mentioned the crime scene, maybe it never occurred to him that the murder could have taken place elsewhere. Hey, don't leave the rest of us behind, soldiers. What do you mean she was murdered somewhere else? What's the holdup, Naegi? If you have evidence showing she was killed somewhere else, then hurry up and present it. The first piece of evidence suggesting the crime was committed out somewhere else. It's the thing that was moved from the men's changing room into the women's and vice versa. That would be the poster, really. The changing room posters. Present ammo. Sorry, keep forgetting. Wrong button. Yes, I did it right! The posters in the two changing rooms suggest the murder might have taken place in a different room. The posters are your evidence? In the women's changing room, there was a poster of a busty supermodel. Doesn't that seem a bit strange? I mean, a poster of a female model in the women's changing room?
She's not busty, she's busted. And for having some fake ass titties.
On the other hand, the poster hanging in the men's changing room was of a boy band that's extremely popular with girls, Tornado. That too seems a bit out of place, wouldn't you think? So you're proposing the posters in the two changing rooms were switched? That's not all either. There's one other thing about the two rooms that doesn't add up. Isn't that right, Ogami? Are you referring to my protein coffee?
Protein coffee?
One day while working out in the women's changing room, I spilled protein coffee on the floor. And yet, after the murder, the stain had been cleaned spotless. Actually, that's not exactly right. The stain wasn't cleaned, it was just relocated. Yeah, I found it in the men's changing room, which it should not have been there. There we go. I keep forgetting, wrong button. Okay, the stain on the carpet in the women's changing room wasn't actually cleaned. I found it on the carpet in the men's changing room. That is indeed the mark left on my protein coffee. So you're saying even the carpet was switched? But to what end? How about moving the scene of the murder from the men's changing room to the women's? I beg your pardon? In other words, the culprit moved the bloodstained poster and carpet along with the corpse. Oops, that was the wrong button, sorry. Along with the corpse, in order to relocate the crime scene in its entirety. While I confess that is a legitimate interpretation, what would the culprit gain from doing so? Huh? Is it truly necessary for them to go through all the effort of relocating the crime scene? Actually, no. The more important question is, if she was really killed in the men's changing room, then how did the victim Fujisaki gain access to the changing room? Ah! To enter one of the changing rooms, you must use your Electro ID on the card reader by the door. However, Fujisaki, being female, only had access to the women's changing room via her Electro ID. In short, she couldn't have gained entry into the men's changing room. Wait, there is one way, and if you'd like, I'd be more than happy to tell you, dude. Forgive me if I don't believe you. Believe it, because I'm about to tell you how she could have done it right here, right now. Is it really possible? Did Fujisaki really have some way of entering the men's changing room? Yeah, there were other Electro IDs. What ammo do I have loaded? I've noticed that in this kind of mode, I only have one ammo loaded, which is kind of nice. The broken Electro ID. Alright. Go. Thank you. Alright, is it really possible? Yeah. Oh god, could Fujisaki really have gained access to the men's changing room? Yes. Ah! I've got it! She modified her Electro ID. No, I don't think this ammo works though. She was a super high school level programmer. That cannot have been outside of her abilities. I don't think it's easily hackable though. Nope, that ain't it. She used a certain something from the entrance hall. Wow, Hagakuri's actually right.
Huh? What something?
Wada's Electro ID. Nope. Nope. It's broken. Well, so we think it's broken. I mean, but he said it wouldn't be hurt by just a whole bunch of baseballs mashing it, so I kind of believe Monokuma. Monokuma, while he's a psychopath, hasn't really lied to us. Fujisaki couldn't possibly have used Kawada's Electro ID. Why not, dude? Because when I found it in the entrance hall, it was broken. That makes sense. There goes my idea. It's almost impressive how quickly you surrendered. In any event, was it not against the rules to make use of another's Electro ID? The rules only prohibit the lending of Electro IDs. They say nothing of borrowing someone else's. Which is to say, you're free to use any of the dead student Electro IDs without violating the rules.
Yep, that's exactly right!
Although it makes no difference since his Electro ID was broken. In which case, she must have reprogrammed it using her skills as a super high school level programmer.
Objection! It's impossible to modify an Electro ID. An alarm will go off if you open up one of them.
Well, there goes my idea about the batteries being taken out. Given she could neither have used Kawada's Electro ID nor modified her own,
could perchance Master Makoto Naegi's line of reasoning have been incorrect?
If she couldn't get into the men's changing room, then yeah, that's what that means. Then my vote goes to Togami. Oh, god damn it, Nagi. But is that really how it happened? I keep hitting the fucking square button. Did Togami really kill Fujisaki in the women's changing room? I don't think that's right, but I'm all out of... Hold on. I agree with Nagi. I think he's on the right track. Huh? You open your mouth for the first time in who knows how long, and that's what comes out? That kid could have gotten into the men's room. That means... And how can you be so sure? There is another way. What was that? Explain yourself, Giddy Giddy. What is this other way? Yes, of course, but to do that, could I possibly request we take a short recess? There's someplace I'd like to take everyone.
Whoa! What you talking about?
If you'll allow it, I'll make the rest of the trial much more exciting, which I'm sure you would enjoy.
Oh, it'll make the class trial more exciting? Aight, that's cool with me. The class trial is officially now in recess.
What? Seriously?
So where's this thing you want to show us? And don't think I'll let you off easy if it's something stupid.
I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Let's get going. Where are we going, Kitty Kitty? You want to explain? With nobody really sure what was going to happen, the class trial went on recess, and we all followed Kitty Kitty. Her destination was... Where is it? The crime scene? Alright. Want to explain? The women's changing room? We've gone over this place with a fine-tooth comb. What do you expect to find here now? Examine the victim's body again, very carefully. Examine Fujisaki's body? All of it, and thoroughly.
You mean touch the body? Nay!
I will have to refrain. It would be improper for me to place my hands all over a woman's body. It's not that it creeps me out or anything, it's just that it might be possibly against my religion, and it would be pedophilia. I shall do it.
But you're a girl, Sakura.
Oh, that's not the right voice.
But you're a girl, Sakura. Making you touch a dead body is, a guy should really do it.
No, it would be more suitable if I, a female, were to touch her than to allow a male to do it. I will take care of it. I know what they're gonna find.
Sakura? Do I smell a homo? Are you two lesbians?
I love Genocider's show! Holy crap!
No, we're not. We're playing games.
Very well. That's the wrong voice. Very well, I will begin. I hope you can forgive me for doing this, Fujisaki. As she spoke, Ogami held her hands clasped together before Fujisaki's body before placing them on her. Make sure you examine the entire body very carefully. That should answer any questions you have. Her whole body, you say? To what end are you having me do? Ah! What's wrong? Impossible. How could this? Ogami's eyes were open wide, fixated on Fujisaki's body. She was visibly trembling. Fujisaki. What? Is a man! My babe! Fujisaki was a boy the whole time!
I see. She was a man. Thank you very much for your... Ah!
Dude, you're kidding! I do not tell jokes! So, it's true? Oh god. A guy? Fujisaki's a boy?
What's this? You guys didn't know? I thought that was pretty dang obvious. Chihiro Fujisaki is a crossdresser. He was a crossdresser? God damn, that's hot. No, I wish I'd done him. That makes sense. So this is what Kitty Kitty wanted to show everyone.
She seems so disappointed in everyone.
Boo, 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 you're right about that. This most certainly does make things more exciting. Now let's hop on back to the courtroom and get the ball rolling again, this time with a little extra oomph.
So Fujisaki had complete access to the men's changing room. I'm gonna take a second and tell you guys that my throat hurts, and I will be back in a second after I get something to drink. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Let's get back to this. My throat feels a little better now.
Ahem, my humblest apologies for the delay. Court is now back in session.
There's no text. Excuse you? Oh, not this bullshit again! There's like no, oh, okay, there we go.
There we go. The shocking truth revealed. Chihiro Fujisaki was a boy. Now let's see where you guys go with that.
I don't know why he chose to dress like that, but one thing's certain. Chihiro Fujisaki was male, not female. It never occurred to me that Fujisaki could be a boy. It completely slipped by me, unnoticed. With the victim being male, he would have had no problems gaining access to the men's changing room. Alright, I'm gonna tell my mic down too because it's like in my way. There we go. If his electro ID identified him as male, then yes, you're right.
You betcha, Fujisaki was just a crossdresser, so of course his electro ID said he was male.
In which case, there are no problems with Nagi's line of reasoning. The victim was murdered in the men's changing room, after which he was moved to the women's. Accessing the women's changing room was simple. He just needed either Mizuno or Anoshima's electro ID, both of which were working. Then it's true? Fujisaki was actually killed in the men's changing room? We still don't know why the culprit was relocated. The crime scene was wait, hold on. There we go. We still don't know why the culprit relocated the crime scene, but yes, it seems quite likely. I see. I thought something felt off. I couldn't help thinking something was strange about the way his body felt for a woman.
I'm getting kinda turned on by this.
But this finally ties everything together. All my questions have been cleared up. Why should that's Alcina. Why should you be having your questions answered when you're our prime suspect? Excellent. Truly magnificent.
My, oh my, you've been whisked away to another world.
What do you think, Nagi? After all this, do you still think Togami did it? I have no doubt Togami was responsible for disguising Fujisaki's death as the work of Genocider Show. However, I don't think Togami is the killer.
What? Even though you were the
Proponent? What the fuck is that word? Whatever.
What? Even though you were the proponent of this theory, Master Makoto Naegi?
The way he seemed to be egging me on earlier, it was like he was enjoying having his mystery solved. Like he didn't have anything to worry about. I can only imagine he was able to act like that because he didn't actually have anything to worry about. On top of that, the evidence Togumi left was kind of, you know, a little too blatant. Like he intentionally used that extension cord as a way to lead us back to him. At least that's how I see it. It's a very valid statement. What's more, you were obviously caught off guard when you discovered where the murder actually happened, as well as when you learned Fujisaki was a boy. If you were really the killer, neither of those should have come as a surprise to you. I see, alright. I'm a little concerned by your lack of decisive evidence, but I suppose that's good enough. We'll go with your answer being correct. Correct? Just as Naeki says, I am not the culprit. I happened to stumble upon his body in the women's changing room and I modified the scene. That's all. You shitting me, man? I'm not shitting anyone. It's true. Who could believe that? If you don't want to believe me, by all means, you're just sending us all to our deaths.
If what you're saying is true, then why would you do that? Why would you mess with his body?
My reason is unimportant. What matters now is finding the real culprit. Nagi, if I didn't kill him, then who is the culprit? I won't be able to see until we've talked things over a bit more. You want to drag this on even longer? Come on, man. No matter how you slice it, Togs is the killer.
We should discuss anything that doesn't sit right with anyone, so you can count me in, Nagi. If we come to the wrong conclusion here, then all of us will be executed. She's exactly right. I too shall participate in the discussion.
I'm down too, dudes. Have you no independent thought? I'm no insect. Of course I can think for myself. Excuse me. Anyway, let's keep the conversation going. We don't need to come to a decision right this moment. Indeed, you have a point. Our lives are on the line. Then let's recommence. Let's recommence this murder mystery game. If Togumi really isn't the murderer, then who is? Who killed Fujisaki? At the very least, the one thing we can say for sure about the culprit is that they had access to the crime scene, which means they must have been male. There we go. Okay, good. They had to have been male because that's the only way Chihiro could get into the room. You need a male's Electro ID to get into the men's changing room, which was the scene of the crime. Since Kawada's Electro ID was out of commission, the culprit must have used their own, meaning the culprit has to be male. But that's not enough to go off. I need more clues. That's very true. And also, how was the Electro ID broken? I'm still confused on that. Celeste's testimony. That was about Chihiro in the stockroom with the track gear and stuff. Have we no leads to identify the killer? Is that right? That was wrong. Okay. Not this bullshit again. Not this bullshit again. Here we go. Contradiction somewhere. There has to be. I don't know. I thought that might be it. But have we no leads to identify the killer? As for possible leads, did anyone witness the culprit? Yes. If they did, then they would have said something, dude. I wish I could contest that. A sighting of the victim will do as well. Come on, someone talk. Any new information we can get. Give it up. We ain't getting anything. What else? The only person who saw the victim would be the murderer, so I'm gonna contradict that. It was the culprit. Nope. Celeste saw her. Him. Whoops. I've had to hide that for this whole freaking game, and so now I'm actually used to calling Chihiro her. I knew Chihiro was a boy from like the get-go. Don't worry, I'm not that stupid. Alright. Let's do this. Actually, the culprit isn't the only one who saw the victim that night. Isn't that right, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, you're right. I did see him.
Huh? Seriously?
Yes, that's right. Nagi was the only person I told about this. That would explain why you were all so horribly disconcerted. No one else knew.
That's not important. Just speak.
Just before curfew last night, I ran into him in the dormitory storeroom.
Yeah, and you started talking to him, and he had a bag and stuff, and something about working out. I thought that was just going to be text from before. A sports bag and a tracksuit? We found nothing of the sort at the crime scene. In all likelihood, the culprit disposed of them in order to get rid of any evidence. Not long after that, he said something rather interesting. And what would that be?
Well, I'm in a hurry, so see you later.
Bye. I distinctly recall him saying he was in a hurry. Wouldn't him being in a hurry seem to imply he was going to meet someone?
In short, Master Chihiro Fujisaki was on his way to an appointment with someone to work out together.
Despite the fact that, as hard as we tried, Fujisaki refused to work out with Asahina and I? Isn't that because he didn't want you to find out he was a dude?
Turning that around, it means the person he was going to meet with was someone he trusted deeply. Enough that he didn't care if they discovered his deep, dark secret.
Oh, such a beautiful friendship!
So basically, he was going to meet the...
So basically, the person he was going to meet is the culprit, and we just have to find out who that was. But we only have so much evidence. Is that really enough?
Oh, but it is. What? It should be clear by now who the culprit is.
Really? Who is it? Who killed him?
The culprit considered the sports bag and tracksuit he disposed of to be items of importance. By looking at the distinguishing features of those items, it should be obvious who it was he met with. I can't talk. Is that really so?
I know who it is.
Could we possibly determine the culprit from evidence that has already been disposed of?
Probably.
Are you suggesting we dust for fingerprints?
Without the proper equipment, that would be impossible for amateurs such as ourselves. But never mind the fact we don't have anything to check for fingerprints, it's already all been disposed of.
We can still deduce he was going to meet with by discussing it in detail together. But that's easier said than done. All right then, Celeste, could you answer this? Did anything about the bag or tracksuit stand out? The bag was just an ordinary bag you could find in the storeroom. The storeroom only stocks one variety of bags, so I can't say anything stood out in particular. If my memory serves, there are several varieties of tracksuits. Perhaps then Fujisaki's tracksuit can provide us with some information leading to the murderer? Then let's discuss his tracksuit, shall we? Could there really be something about Fujisaki's tracksuit that points to the killer? I'm having a hard time believing that.
It'd be the color, wouldn't it? It was a blue tracksuit, and, you know, typically, blue means boy and pink means girl. So, alright. Let's see. Let's go through all of them. I think we might need to load some new ammo. First of all, Chihiro Fujisaki was going to go work out. Yeah, that was very clear. Which raises the question, why did he select that particular tracksuit? What do you mean, that particular tracksuit? Sorry, my mom texted me. I had to see what it was. I get it. He chose his tracksuit, so he and the culprit would match. Okay. Which means the culprit had to have been a dude. Had that same blue tracksuit. My tracksuit is black.
I don't even own a tracksuit.
Wait, why did Owada have to say anything about that? What the fuck? Meanwhile, I've got a white tracksuit. Caught it from the dormitory storeroom. Okay.
Is talking about this really going to tell us who did it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to load new ammo because Celeste's testimony doesn't help with any of this. I think I'm gonna have to load that blue tracksuit.
You heard it too, didn't you, Naegi? His slip of the tongue.
She's right. He said that's something he shouldn't have.
Where exactly did he get that information?
Yeah, I mean, it would be that Fujisaki's tracksuit was blue. Oh god, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, so what do you mean that particular tracksuit? Okay, here we go. Which means the culprit. And oh, I missed! Damn it, I have to go back and reload it. Okay. I don't know if this actually wastes more time, but I know what I need now, so I got it. You heard it too, didn't you, Naegi? Slip of the tongue? Yeah, I did hear it, actually. Oh, God. Okay, don't shoot. Don't lose. Here's the question. Why did you select that particular tracksuit? Again, I chose this tracksuit so the culprit would match. Okay, which means the culprit. Okay, and you said your tracksuit is black, which doesn't mean... What? What? What am I missing? Do I have to load black and then go back and hit it with blue? I guess. Okay, let's try that. I'm doing horribly. Holy crap. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do a quick save real quick, just so I don't, fail. Okay, we're gonna do a quick save. Because Jesus Christ, I'm doing horribly right now. Okay, oh God. Oh God, hold on. Quick load that real quick, because seriously, that is bad. Yeah, okay, you good? Had the same blue tracksuit. Okay, black. Maybe I just have to shoot at it with Celeste's testimony? I mean, maybe. I mean, Hagakure has nothing to do with it. Hagakure didn't do it. I know Hagakure didn't do it. It was definitely... I'm definitely trying to shoot at Mondo, that's for sure. Why did he select that particular tracksuit? Which means the culprit. Damn it! Okay, hold on. Okay, I can do this. Okay. Maybe I'll just shoot at it with Celeste's testimony. I guess. I guess I didn't really need to do that anyways. Okay, so which means the culprit. Yes! Oh my god! That was way too fucking complicated. It doesn't really make sense though, as it just like I don't know. They could have done it a little bit better. I feel like they should do that do animation again, which should have been done differently. I did horribly. That was the first B I've gotten, I think. All right, just a second, Owada. There's something wrong about what you just said. Huh? What's wrong with it? When Celeste was giving her testimony earlier, she never said the color of the tracksuit. He was carrying a sports bag containing, at the very least, a tracksuit. I presumed he was going to work out. Didn't say the color. She never once mentioned the tracksuit's color. Why then did you know that Fujisaki wore a blue tracksuit? What are you talking about? Celeste, what color was Fujisaki's tracksuit? That's definitely blue. As I recall, it was blue. So that all matches. And did you tell that to anyone before the class trial? You're the only person I told, Naegi. Then when did you find out that Chihiro Fujisaki wore a blue tracksuit, Owada? Well, he must have found Fujisaki's tracksuit at some point during his investigation. No, he couldn't have. The bag and tracksuit would have already been disposed of when we began our investigation.
The reason he knew what color it was is because he saw Chi with it before he died.
By Chi, do you mean Fujisaki?
So which was it? Did you see his tracksuit or didn't ya?
I just happened to run into him last night and catch a glimpse of it. The kid was walking around carrying it. No, that couldn't have happened either. When I was talking to Celeste, she told me. She was in a rush. She quickly stuffed the sleeve into her bag, almost like she was trying to hide it. And then she left. Aha! After telling him his tracksuit was hanging out, Fujisaki stuffed it into his sports bag. Even if you had just stumbled into him, you couldn't have known the color of tracksuit inside his bag. You've dug your own grave. More like you led him to his grave. That's what you said. That's why you said what you did, isn't it? Your spiel about knowing who Fujisaki met with by looking at his tracksuit was all a bunch of crap.
I see, so that was a bluff, was it? Your true intention was to cause the culprit to misspeak. That's why you said you knew who the culprit was, to scare him.
That's right, except I always had my sights on Owada. I was suspicious of him from the beginning. But why did you think Owada was suspicious? Oh god. What do you think? He was acting strangely. No? The reason I began to suspect you, Owada, is probably something you do unconsciously. You refer to males and females differently. When talking about a woman, you call her chick, but when speaking about a man, you call him kid. After Fujisaki was murdered, Owada started referring to him as a kid. That's when it struck me that Owada knew Chihiro Fujisaki was male.
You so noticed such a minuscule detail? Oh, what are you, woman? Some kind of witch? Scary!
I'm not the one you should be afraid of. What you should really be afraid of are people who kill others, who kill their friends. Owada, is it true? Did you really murder Fujisaki? I didn't kill anyone! The hell's your problem anyway? I make one little slip of the tongue and have one little brain fart, and all of a sudden you're calling me the culprit? Yeah, really. There's nothing but baseless accusations. Bro would never do such a thing. You have a point. It's hardly decisive evidence. You're already backing down? What other choice do we have? We have nothing else to go off of. Oh, God.
Oh, 'tis my time to shine. Just a whisper, I hear it in my ghost.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned you found some evidence pointing to the culprit before, didn't you, Yamada?
Did you really? What did you find?
Actually, thinking about it a little more, it might not actually mean anything.
Don't fizzle out on us like that, man. Just come on, let us see it, all right?
Well, if you insist. Here it is. And what's that? 'Tis an Electro ID. Found it on the floor, so I picked it up.
He found an Electro ID? It must belong to Chihiro? Yeah, there we go. I know where Mondo's is. As I recall, Fujisaki's Electro ID wasn't found at the scene of the crime, was it? Yes, that is correct.
I knew I was right. I thought that might be the case. This might belong to Master Chihiro Fujisaki.
That'll give us some kind of clue leading to the culprit, right? Yeah?
I had the same idea, but alas, 'tis broken and won't even start up.
It's likely that after committing the murder, the culprit broke in in an attempt to destroy evidence. That's strange, though. Electro IDs are not easy to break.
You got that right. They're completely waterproof with a very high impact resistance, so they shouldn't break in everyday use.
And yet his Electro ID is broken, as was Kuwata's in the entrance hall. Wouldn't you say that they're breaking a little too often for as highly as you praise them?
There's a bit of a mystery for you there. So here's the question. Why did the Electro IDs break?
Why did the Electro IDs break? I can only think of one possibility. They have a weakness. They do have a weakness. They do. Monokuma, you told Togami and I that Electro IDs have a weakness.
Crap, you remembered that? Yeah, I might have accidentally let that slip out, but I never told anyone what the weakness actually was.
But for two electro IDs, which are not supposed to break under normal stress, to be found broken, the only reasonable conclusion is that someone discovered their weakness. You know what it is, don't you, Monokuma? What is the weakness?
What? You want me to tell?
I think it's a vital piece of information, and it wouldn't be fair to withhold that from us.
But what if I tell you and someone goes and tries it themselves? I don't want to have to deal with that. Come on, tell us. We won't try it, we promise. Oh, fine. I have a soft spot for pleading. But seriously, don't try this at home, kids. Very well, but this is a special condition. The almighty Electro ID's one and only weakness is that extended exposure to high temperatures causes thermal runaway, destroying it. As I thought.
As you thought?
I found this Electro ID in the sauna. Isn't it kind of weird how you don't get burned in the sauna when temperatures can exceed 100 degrees Celsius? This is because as your sweat evaporates into the air, it creates a protective layer around your skin. Incidentally, if you blow hot air directly on your skin while in the sauna, you will get burned. That's because it disturbs the air around your skin. This is also why it hurts to move around in the sauna.
Oh, excuse me.
For that reason, you must take care to remain still and quiet in the sauna.
Fascinating, I feel smarter. Fucking Ishimaru.
It was a completely useless piece of trivia.
But hey, if the victim's Electro ID was found in the sauna, maybe they put it there on purpose, intending to break it by taking advantage of its weakness. And the culprit must have known the weakness.
But how'd he figure it out then? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone. 'Tis a mystery indeed.
And what if he accidentally discovered it? What do you mean, accidentally? The culprit could have, through some turn of events, accidentally broken his own Electro ID in the sauna. And then, having discovered the Electro ID's weakness, he was able to repeat that a second time with Chihiro Fujisaki's. That's certainly possible, but then who did it? I can't imagine anyone would bring their Electro ID into the sauna. But I can.
You for real?
I can think of one person who might have brought their Electro ID into the sauna. And Ishimaru knows who it is. There was only one person who might have brought their Electro ID into the sauna. That someone entered the sauna with their clothes still on. That was Mondo Awada. Mondo, where the fuck are you? Sorry, Mondo, babe. It's Mondo. Mondo did kill Chihiro, I'm telling you. Owada, it was you who broke your Electro ID in the sauna, wasn't it?
Oh, what? Why? Why him?
Owada, you and Ishimaru had an endurance contest in the sauna a couple days ago, didn't you? Yeah, they did, and Ishimaru took off his clothes. You went to the sauna with your uniform still on, and I suspect you didn't take your Electro ID out beforehand. That was when you figured out the Electro ID's breaking the sauna. Stop it. You accused Bro of being a killer.
But I refuse to believe it. Where's the conclusive evidence?
I don't want to believe it either, but I have evidence that proves it's the truth. It's the broken Electro ID. It's not Kuwata's. Kuwata's wouldn't have broken. It would just be, you know... Oh. It'd be the broken Electro ID. I don't remember how to switch. Shit. How do you switch again? I do not remember how to switch. Hold on the R button to... silencer, fast forward, fire ammunition, select ammunition. Okay, got it. If Nagi's deductions are correct, then at some point in time... Owada broke his own Electro ID. Yep. In other words, if Owada's Electro ID is broken, then that means Nagi's deductions were correct. Very correct. My Electro ID worked. That's a lie. We found a broken one, my friend. And it wouldn't have been Leon's because there's no way Leon's could have broken. He wasn't in extreme heat. He was just beaten to death with baseballs. That was it. You know, I really wish I would have put the thing on a little bit higher difficulty than this, but whatever. Owada, does the Electro ID you have actually even belong to you? Well, what's that supposed to mean? The broken Electro ID we found in the entrance hall. Is that one actually yours, Owada? What in the world are you getting at? I'm saying I think he traded Electro IDs. His broken Electro ID for Kawada's functional one. I mean, Monokuma said himself that Kawada's Electro ID couldn't be broken.
I sure did. It can take that much punishment, no problemo.
Which means the Electro ID in the entrance hall was really Owada's. And the one he has with him right now belonged to Kawada?
But doesn't trading break
that's the wrong voice. But doesn't trading break the rules? Wouldn't that count as lending?
Here's my verdict on that issue. The rule forbids you from lending your Electro ID to anyone, but dead people don't count as people. It's a bit of a gray area, but I decided it was okay. Most importantly, it made things more exciting. Accordingly, I declare he is not a violation of the school rules for trading Electro IDs with a dead guy.
So, Owada, if I'm wrong about this, please say so. I think I'd prefer to be proven wrong. Son of a...
What's the matter, bro? Tell him. Tell him he's wrong. Yes, you're wrong. You must be wrong. Your deductions are fatally flawed. Everything. They're all trumped up accusations. Then why don't we go back over everything that's happened from the beginning? That should make it clear whether my deductions were right or wrong. Oh god, I hate this storyboard thing. Alright, start the put the pieces together. Look at Jiro's little face. Okay, alright. So something about put it there. Yes, okay. So, okay. Went there. Alright. Okay, so then it must have been like this here, and then this here. Yes? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, and then no, wait, okay. Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Okay, blood spatter, so then it means you hit Chihiro over the head. No, okay. Alright, so then it must be this one, I guess? No, wait. Why did he do it, though? Why did he... no, because I just hit the ground, so that's wrong. Geez, this one's harder. Maybe it was this one. No, wait. Maybe this one was over this way a little bit. No, wait. That still has a bag on his shoulder, so... That means it must have been like this. There we go. I don't think that was it either. I'm missing something here. Definitely missing something here. Maybe it was like this. Yeah, maybe it was like that. There we go. Alright, kill Chihiro. Roll the map up. But then what did he do? He rolled the map up. I'm sorry I'm being quiet. I'm trying to, you know, be okay with... Not be okay with this, but try and figure out what's missing here. Okay, hold on. I feel like... No, wait. Okay, what would go right here? What would go right here? I'm confused. What would go right here? I'm very confused. Roll the thing up. I guess it would be like... No, okay, it would have to be before that, so it would have to be a single thing. Damn it. This is confusing. I can do this, though. Hold on. I'll look at the rest of them and see what the rest of them look like. Maybe if I work backwards, it could be easier. Alright, the last one should have been... the last one should have been... Well, it should have been... This one should have been here. Which means that... no, that's a letter. That's different. I'm really confused. Okay, go back this way, I guess. So, this is really depressing. What goes right here? What the fuck? This is so confusing. Okay, did I misplace something maybe? No, it doesn't look like it. So then what would this be? Oh, it'd be that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got Togmi, found the body. Let me keep going this way. So Chihiro, okay, Chihiro's just left there. I know I'm being very quiet, I'm sorry. Got in. Open the door. Would it tell me if I'm wrong? Okay, go back this way. What goes right here, though? Guess it'd be this. I mean, he has to set it eventually. Well, maybe someone else set it. Hold on. No, okay, it was still there. So that means it was set. It wasn't taken down, though. Doesn't show it being taken down. Okay, so... I don't know what to do. Maybe this goes right here. And... maybe this goes right here? Wait a minute. There we go, okay. I'm getting really confused. This one's a little tougher. Where does this extension cord come in? Maybe it comes in, maybe this is where this happens. This goes right here, there we go. Okay, so, I don't think this have anything to do with it, but it has to go somewhere. That letter is completely useless, so I gotta use these three. It's weird though, there's nowhere to put the poster. Like the poster's already here in this one. So what is this last one? Something else. What is this last one? Maybe this is CLICKtoREAD. I don't know. Okay, I guess that's it. I don't know. Maybe this might be wrong. Hold on. Let's go back to before the crime was committed. Okay. Last night, Celeste ran into Fujisaki in the dormitory storeroom. Fujisaki was carrying a sports bag with something inside. Yep, it was a tracksuit. Right. Okay, that one was correct. Good. Blue tracksuit, yes, and Celeste saw it too. Alright. Flushed it inside, and he ran away. Sports bag in hand, Fujisaki ignored her self-imposed curfew and went somewhere. He went to, the workout rooms. Oh, excuse me. Fujisaki's destination was the changing room, and the men's changing room at that. But how did the victim, who was supposed to be female, enter the men's changing room? Oh. No, that doesn't make logical sense. I've got to go back and rethink the progression of the crime. What? What? Excuse you? Excuse you? What did I do wrong? Well, it wasn't that one. So that means that one couldn't have been right. So... fuck. What the fuck? But what else was it? Oh, dumbbell. Maybe? I don't fucking know. I'm probably so wrong. What the fuck is it? I'm so confused! Oh my god, I'm getting frustrated! What is it? I hate this! I can't figure it out! What is supposed to go there? Is it this one? I don't fucking know. What else is supposed to go there then? None of this makes any sense. Oh my god, this is really fucking confusing. What am I doing wrong? Okay, that one was right. Okay, Jesus Christ. That would be because he was actually a boy. For that reason, he was able to use his own CLICKtoREAD to enter the men's changing room. Okay, so, friend, Fujisaki was planning to meet someone in the changing room, and that someone is this incident's culprit. Oh my god, I've been recording for so long. Okay, thank god. The culprit likely waited for him to get his guard down, then took the murder weapon, a dumbbell. Makes sense. Death. And attacked him. Yep, and splattered on the page. Okay, drip. When he did, some of Fujisaki's blood spattered onto the men's changing room poster and carpet. Okay, thud. Thump, 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 thump. Chihiro's dead body. Chihiro's dead body. It was, in all likelihood, impulsive. There are too few signs of planning for it to have been premeditated. Yeah. Roll, roll, roll. Ugh! No, okay, I've got a quick load. Hold on. Quick load state. Okay, so that means this one goes here. What the frickety frack? What the frickety frack? Okay. So, go this way. No, do not begin. Okay, dumbbells, I got that right. It was this part that I didn't get right. I don't know what this is supposed to be. So, I guess took the poster down? That had to have been it. Took the poster down. Later in there. Okay, I guess that makes sense, I guess. Okay, so set the poster down, got in. Put the poster up. Let's try that, I guess. Let's quick save real quick. Okay, begin. And we're gonna speed through this. Alright, we've seen all this, and blah blah blah. I know I got this stuff right. I've got so little time left, holy crap. This is really hard. I don't know why this one is so difficult, but it really is. Okay. This is really difficult for no reason. Okay, here we go. Did I get anything wrong? Okay, rip the poster off. So the culprit hurriedly began planting red herrings. First, he collected the bloodstained carpet as well as the poster. Flung it over his head. Went to the women's changing room. Okay. And brought them along with the body to the women's changing room. Of course, needed a girl's electro ID to enter the women's changing room, but that doesn't mean the culprit had to have been female. So he got the card, went in. Both Mizuno and Enoshima's electro IDs are just sitting in the entrance hall. Using one of them, even a guy could gain access to the women's changing room. Hung up the poster. Okay, this is making a little more sense, I guess. Having done exactly that to get in, the culprit did something with the carpet and poster he brought. All right. And good. Okay. He exchanged them with those in the women's changing room. In other words, he relocated the crime scene. Good. Came in with an extension cord. Togami is fucking creepy. But that's not the end of this case. Meddling from Togami, who discovered the body first, made things that much more complicated. Tap, 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 tap. He had the extension cord and he started walking forward. He entered the new crime scene and did something there to using an extension cord he brought from the library. He tied Chihiro up onto the things as a crucifixion. That's right, using the extension cord, Togami tied Fujisaki's body up to make it look like a crucifixion. Took her blood, his blood, sorry, and wrote Bloodbath Fever on the wall in the background. In addition, he used the victim's blood to leave a message on the wall. And he did all of this to make us believe Genocider Sho had committed the murder. Am I done yet? Okay. At the same time Togami was doing this, the culprit, having disposed of Fujisaki's sports bag, went to the sauna, so he could get rid of the last piece of evidence, Fujisaki's electro ID. Oh, please tell me this is right, please tell me this is right, please tell me this is right. Yes, thank God! Zap, 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 zap. Just as he was hoping, the heat of the sauna destroyed Fujisaki's electro ID. He knew that would happen too. He knew electro IDs were weak to high temperatures, and that would be because he himself broke his own electro ID in the sauna. And that's everything that happened. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was really hard. And it was Mondo. Oh my God, Mondo looks so weird. Holy crap. Isn't that right? Mondo Awada! Oh God, don't tell me I have to do that freaking beat thing again. Wait, that can't be true. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. Do you have any evidence? You can't just spin this on bro without any evidence. The evidence he's looking for has already come up in the trial. If we can just take a look at Awada's electro ID, that should take care of all of Ishimaru's doubts. New elements have been added. Yes, please. I want to tell you a little bit about in Fever Time and Negative Time. If you press the R button during a machine gun talk battle, you will initiate Fever Time, maximizing the tempo. During Fever Time, you can press any button whenever you like, and it will not count as a mistake. Just pressing X triangle at your own pace is more than adequate to obliterate your opponent's assertions. However, Fever Time only lasts until the concentration gauge depletes, so please make good use of the time. And of course, it would be unfair if you were the only one with a special ability. For this reason, we have also allowed your opponent to make use of something called Negative Time. When your opponent activates Negative Time, your tempo markers will disappear, making it more difficult for you to time your button presses. Perhaps it would be a good time to make use of. Pardon me, I'm sure you're not bright enough to require advice from the likes of myself. As a side note, if your action difficulty is set to Merciful, your opponent will not use Negative Time, which I think mine is. So, I wish you the best of luck. Over and out. Oh, thank fucking God. No Negative Time for me. I guess that's what it means. It, like, reduces that kind of thing. Ishimaru, babe. Okay, hold on. Why is this really hard? Why is this really hard? Why is this not working? Oh, this is really hard. Just shoot immediately. I don't even know what that said. Something about bro, execution, blah, 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 blah. Alright, that was really horrible. I am fucking horrible at this game. I hate that one because I'm really bad at it. Okay. If I'm right about everything up to now, then Owada traded his broken Electro ID for Kawada's. So how about we all show each other our Electro IDs? That way, save your breath. Huh? Yeah, you're right. I killed him. Confession. Mondo, babe. This trial is really depressing because I think I remember the reason why, and it's very depressing. I got an A for the final score at least. And I got 72 Monokuma coins. What are you saying, bro? We've come this far. There's no point in fighting it anymore. Yo, Monokuma, get this thing started, would ya? Ballot time or whatever.
Roger that!
Wait! Please wait!
Nope, not waiting! The moment you guys have all been waiting for, ballot time! Cast your vote using the switch in front of you. So, who will you nominate as a villain? Will it be right or will it be oh so wrong? Let's find out!
Oh god, here we go. I don't like this. This is really depressing. Mondo Owada. Did we get an explanation at all? Like, at all? Or do we just get to watch his murder? Do we get an explanation?
Well, it looks like you guys were right again! Yes, the villain responsible for Chihiro Fujisaki's death is Mondo Owada!
Oh, look at corn hair.
Oh, and by the way, it was not a unanimous vote. Ishimaru alone selected incorrectly. That was a close one, Ishimaru. You should be more careful next time.
I refuse to believe it! I refuse to believe Bro's a murderer! Sorry, man. Why are you apologizing? Why? Tell me why! Why? Why would you do such a thing? Ishimaru, I used to hate him and now I love him. This is a problem.
Since it seems Owada is exercising his right to remain silent, allow me to explain in his stead. A sad tale of two men serves as the backdrop for a murder. Oh, and anyone who doesn't feel like reading this can just hold the circle. I don't care. I really want to know, actually. I'm going to talk in a normal voice because I could not talk in Monokuma voice for much longer. My throat really hurts. Once upon a time, there was a boy by the name of Chihiro Fujisaki. Look how cute he is. This boy had an extreme complex about being weak. Be a man. Time and time again, he heard those words, but he was never able to vanquish that weakness. Instead, he took refuge in a greater weakness. This boy became a girl. That was how he chose to escape from his problem. Now, no one can tell me to be a man anymore. But no matter how far he withdrew into his shell, he was unable to eradicate the complex that he had taken root inside of him. And shell, after all, is not but an empty husk. Rather than disappearing, Fujisaki's complex grew more intense. I'm such a weakling. Weakling. And then, with the start of the academic coliseum, he learned another difficult lesson. That survival of the fittest is the law of the world. That if he remained weak, he couldn't survive. To top it all off, sickeningly adorable Monokuma threatened to reveal everyone's shameful memories. Fujisaki's deep, dark secret was... he was a boy. Chihiro Fujisaki dresses like a girl, even though he's a boy. That was the one secret he absolutely couldn't bear to have come to light, because as soon as it did, the armor protecting him would be ripped off, and he would be subjected to an excruciating degree of criticism and pressure. Faced with such a hopeless dilemma, he fell into deep despair. Or so everyone thought. Alright. I'm sorry. I really don't want to say anything right now, but I can't go on like this, so I promise I'll tell you later. I'll work really hard so I'm strong enough to tell everyone. Oh, babe. Annoyingly, the threat of his secret coming out drove him to get stronger, damn it. Look at his little face. This is my chance. This is the best chance I'll ever have. I'll get stronger. I'll become the person I was meant to be. I'll become strong enough to smile and shake it off when anyone tells me to be a man. With his mind made up, he immediately set out to begin work. And so, he did. He planned to begin working out that very day, to reforge his body and his heart from the ground up. However, sadly, that turned out to be both his first and last workout. When he decided to begin working out, Fujisaki also wanted to ask someone to help him. He planned to tell that person his secret and then ask them for assistance. And the person he selected was Mondo Owada. Yep, that was it. He thought Owada, the dude bro biker obsessed with man's honor, would promise to keep his secret. There was also the fact that manly man Owada fit the ideal strength Fujisaki so admired. I'm sorry guys, my throat really does hurt, so I can't do Monokuma's voice right now.
First, I'll build up the courage to talk to Owada. Then I'll ask him to help me get stronger. That was his admiration. Owada was something Fujisaki could never be, and that's why he admired him. Then Owada, why did you did that to keep your promise to him, didn't you? That? You mean moving the body from the men's changing room to the women's? Precisely. Was I not supposed to have been a red herring? I'm sure that was part of it, but it wasn't his only reason. He also did to keep a promise to Chihiro Fujisaki, a promise between men. What does moving the body have to do with keeping his secret? If Chihiro Fujisaki had been found killed in the men's changing room, the discussion would get straight to how did he get into the room, and as soon as that happened, people would start doubting if he was what he claimed to be. By moving his body into the women's changing room and stealing his Electro ID, he steered us away from that. So, Owada did that to keep the promise he made to Fujisaki, who he killed with his own hands. Mondo, why would you? The more I hear, the less sense it makes. The two of you shared a bond of trust. So then, why did you? Mondo, I didn't want anyone to find out, no matter what. I thought that might have been the trigger. The threat to reveal our shameful memories and our deep, dark secrets. What was Mondo's? No, it couldn't be. That's not possible. No one could possibly have a secret that they so desperately didn't want anyone to know. That way they would kill someone over it. I believe I've said this once before. Assuming everyone views the world through your eyes is the pinnacle of idiocy. Maybe you don't have one, but he did. That's all there is to it. While we're on the subject, how about I tell you that, too? The skeleton hiding in Owada's closet that he didn't want the world to know about. Is that he killed his big... Holy fuck, what? I actually did not know that. He killed his brother? Owada? What the Owada? The Mondo Owada standing before you today, the super high school level outlaw biker, that man feared by delinquents nationwide, got his start thanks to a certain someone. His brother. I remember, he always talked about his brother. His big brother, Daiya Owada. Mondo had a deep respect for his brother. It was his brother who inspired him to start writing. Yep, I remember that. Raised in a savage, barbaric household, the one person Mondo could feel comfortable around was his brother. He chased after his brother, imitating him any way he could, trying to catch up to him. That was the kind of little brother Mondo was. And then all of a sudden, the biker gang his charismatic brother had assembled rose to be the #1 gang in Japan. At the top of the gang sat big brother Daiya, and seat number 2, little brother Mondo. At first, he was okay with that, but when the time came for his brother to retire and for him to inherit the spot as second head, he was overcome by the pressure of his brother's greatness hanging over him. He was always just number 2. Daiya built the gang all by himself. The brother's just a bonus. Can a kid like this really handle taking over? The gang's just gonna go downhill from here. Day after day, the gang's murmurings found their way to Mondo. And because of that, I've gotta be even stronger than my big bro. So just this once, I've gotta beat him. I've gotta kick his fucking ass! So on the night of his brother's retirement party, Mondo challenged his brother to a race. Oh, however, tragedy struck during the competition. Shh. He was so concerned about winning, he started getting reckless and ended up driving into oncoming traffic. But in the next moment, oh my god, good brother. Oh my god. Holy crap. This is really a heartbreak. No, don't show me. No, I'm gonna start crying. As he lay wrapped in his little brother's arms, these were Daiya's final words. Whoops, I slipped. Sorry, man. Knowing full well his little brother was responsible for the accident, Daiya still did not blame Mondo. Hey, one last thing, bro. Don't you dare let the gang fall apart. You and me created that gang. Together. Promise. Promise me. Man's honor. I'm really gonna start crying. Mondo decided to keep the cause of the accident a secret from the rest of the gang. Oh, don't do this. Give me a second. I'm gonna do a quick save because I'm not losing everything I just did to a fucking glitch. Thank you. In order to keep his promise, in order to prevent the gang from splitting up. Oh god, hold on. He couldn't tell anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused his brother's accident. As a result, Mondo, babe. The gang united once again under the lead of the younger brother who defeated the elder brother. That's what he gets riding recklessly because he thought he was going to lose. And that became the reason for Daiya's death. Mondo's lie became the truth. And thus Mondo resolved to take the helm of the gang propped up by his lie. I am strong. Strong, 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 strong. However, with the start of the academic coliseum, he learned a difficult lesson. That as strong as he made himself out to be, he was nothing but a weakling who could die at any moment.
To top it all off, freakishly adorable Monokuma threatened to reveal everyone's shameful memories. His deep, dark secret was that he had killed his brother. Mono Owada killed his big brother. There was no way I could let the gang learn about that. If they did, it would have collapsed. It would have destroyed the gang me and my big bro built. It would have meant it was all for nothing. My regret, carrying the weight of my big bro's death alone. So Owada. As soon as Monokuma started up with all that stuff about revealing our secrets, it was like this fog of anxiety wind started swirling around inside my head. That's never happened before. I had no idea what I was supposed to do. And while I was sitting there unable to make up my mind, before I knew it, the fog of uncertainty fucking blew up in this huge-ass rock-hard mountain of uncertainty! That's when it happened. That's when Fujisaki asked me to help him get started working out. The kid started telling me his secret. Oh, God. You serious? Yeah, sorry for lying. But why? Why did you suddenly decide to reveal your secret? Huh? You've been keeping that a secret for so long. If someone finds out, you'll... Well, yeah, but I want to change. I want to destroy the old me, the weak me who always retreats to a lie. Those words came at me like a knife. I felt that negated everything I'd done. I need to change. I'm weak. But you're strong, Owada, so I'm sure this is no big deal for you. Oh God, are my parents home? No matter what Monokuma reveals about you. What, you want me to tell you? Are you saying if I'm really strong, then I should tell you my secret? Huh? I envied him. I was envious of Fujisaki's strength. The strength he had to look his weakness in the eye and try to overcome it. A strength I didn't have, so I envied him. The envy broke me down. That's sarcasm? I'm strong? You being sarcastic with me? I'm sorry I'm not using curse words. I think someone might be home and I don't want them to hear me screaming like Owada. So, you see it on the screen? Sorry that I can't say it. I'm not being sarcastic. I mean it. You really are strong, Owada. Something started creaking, making this unpleasant screeching sound inside my head. What do you want me to do? What was I supposed to do? You saying I should have told the truth and let it all go to waste? What's the matter? Why'd you tell me? You're trying to win me over? I just admire you, Owada. I admire how strong you are. Yeah, I'm strong. You got that right. I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you! And stronger than my big bro was! I don't remember what happened after that. Next thing I knew, the kid was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand, and I was looking down on him. Bro! I killed him. I killed Chihiro Fujisaki. Because I was never able to conquer my own weakness. Because of that, I did something terrible! Owada, he always seemed so tough, but he shouldered a weakness kept hidden from everyone else. And he targeted that weakness in his heart, maliciously throwing salt into his wounds. It was all his doing.
Well, would you look at that? This is what you guys are. You're creatures who have no problem killing each other over something as silly as the past. You won't break off your lingering attachment to the outside, nor do you have any idea what strength is. Hope my fuzzy black and white badonkadonk. Damn you! You little bastard, say it again, I dare you! Sure, I'll say it as many times as you want, or I'd like to, but we don't have time for that. It's about time for someone's punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution?
Those are the rules, right? The villain who destroys the order will be punished.
Wait!
I prepared a very special punishment for Mono Owada, the super high school level outlaw biker.
Wait, please wait.
Let's get this ball rolling. It's punishment time.
I'm asking you to wait. Sorry, big bro. I couldn't keep our promise.
Oh, death, do grace us with your gentle smile, and grant ye his soul everlasting peace.
I did not like that. Oh, my thoughts exactly, Ishimaru. No, bro. With the second murder and then the second execution, it hit me again. That here, life is fragile. It hit me so hard, I thought I might fall over. Our lives are painfully fragile. I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to make that sort of noise. I guess that was pretty close. I mean, that's the noise he made. Ishimaru's bitter screams echoed through the courtroom, each wail a painful reminder of that truth. And yet, one of us... That was underwhelming. Not a very satisfying conclusion to our game. Togami?
You're completely mad! Enough with the game crap! 2 of our friends are dead, you know!
Well, naturally, this is a game of life and death. I'm not going to comment on your way of thinking. That's not what I'm trying to do. I just can't figure it out. Why would you intentionally help to disguise Owada's crime? Why, you ask? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. Wow, you're a dick. You almost killed everyone because you wanted things to be more interesting. He spoke in a calm, quiet tone of voice that sent a shiver down my spine. Last night, the night of the murder, I was in the library as usual. No, game, please don't do this. Hold on, let me, you guys, did I not change it? Did I not change it back? It's on high performance, so I don't know why it's being a dick. You too ignored our curfew. I never paid any mind to your curfew, nor do I recall agreeing to it. To keep it. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. Please continue. It was getting late, so I was going to go back to my room, and I just so happened to catch sight of Owada leaving the women's changing room. After he was gone, I looked inside, and there I found a corpse. What? You saw everything? God, he was such a fool. He never had any idea I saw him.
So, you knew who the culprit was the whole time, Master Byakuya Togami.
But it would have been boring if that's all there was to the case. A game where you know the answer ahead of time is something but a waste of time, you know? It's kind of true. So I lent him my hand to spice things up a bit. To spice things up? That's why you did that? Having just barely learned from Fukawa that she would genocide our show, you made use of that to lead us off the trail. But dude, if we'd never been able to figure out who really did it, you'd be dead along with us. Obviously, I would have said something before it came to that. Except, Togami glared in my direction, his sharp gaze piercing me like so many needles. Thanks to Mr. Brilliant over here, it didn't come to that. You made this a surprisingly good dry run. Now I know exactly who to watch out for when it's my turn to play villain. What? I see, so that's why you did it. Are you satisfied now? Yes, I've heard enough from you. Next, I'd like to ask you something, Monokuma.
Oh, now it's my turn?
You've made both executions considerably elaborate ordeals. Why put so much effort into it?
Oh, boo-boo, you're a fan. It's 'cause these punishments aren't just for you guys. The despair is not yours alone. These punishments, this despair, they're for all mankind.
You sure enjoy blowing things out of proportion.
No exaggeration. These punishments were designed to transform every last bit of hope into despair.
What do you mean by that?
Mean. Oh, give me a break. Your obsession with finding meaning in things is meaningless.
It doesn't matter either way. In the end, I'm the one who will emerge victorious, and when that happens, all will be made known.
Oh, you get it, Mr. Sion, sir. Oh, boo-boo, I feel like you and I could make really great pals.
Enough. As if I would ever get along with an infantile criminal. In any case, I'll warn you now. After I seize my victory, you're next. You listening? I will kill you. On the name of those destined to triumph, on my name as a Togami.
Badass! You sounded just like a protagonist there. Kinda too bad you're just a side character, huh?
Monokuma doesn't have a fourth wall. I will kill you, I swear to God!
Oop, oop, boo. Don't be so quick to anger. Want to hear my spiel about calcium? Oop, 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 boo. Oop, 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 boo.
Ah, he's such a fucking creep. What is his spiel about calcium, though? I want to know. The resonance of Monokuma's high-pitched cackle signaled the falling of the curtain on this trial. But it didn't end there. This academic coliseum did not cease. It refused to close its doors. The thick cloud of despair swirling around us survivors were slowly beginning to gain momentum. It was a despair so deep you'd sooner put your money on a dog lost in Hades over us. It was a despair so dense, our courage, our friendship, our effort, they all had no effect on it. Oof, that's depressing. I know this game is a game about murder, but this is what the fuck? Who are you?
My, I have to say, things are moving at a nice pace, a very nice pace indeed. It looks like her stepping up to the plate before things leveled out left a bigger mark than I expected. And once things get going, it's just like a roller coaster. There's no stopping it. It's moving so fast, only their fear and despair can keep up. The one thing I'm disappointed about is that you didn't get your time to shine. Sad, since I've already got you down in there with them. You were supposed to have been the one to fire the first shot. Ah, whatever. What can you do? You just keep on doing what you've been doing and make sure things stay exciting. That's what everyone wants.
I have one question.
Anything but my measurements and I'll listen.
Who is it? Who is the 16th student? What the fuck? What? You know, I guess that is weird. There are 15 students, and it's not an even number. Whereas I'm pretty sure in SDR2 it is an even number. I don't remember.
What? My, this is a surprise. I did listen, but super denied, hella denied. I mean, come on, that's my trump card. We may be in this together, but I'm not stupid enough just to show you my trump card like it's nothing. Oop, oop, boo, oop, 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 boo.
Oh, who the fuck is that guy? Must be someone we haven't met yet. I know there are characters we haven't met, but I don't know which one that is. Probably not the one I'm thinking of, but might be. 10 survivors left. Chihiro, my babe. Ah. To be continued in the next episode. This episode was so long. I don't think it was as long as the last trial, though. Oh, you obtained the present crazy diamond. Oh, it's Mondo's jacket. Okay. I wonder if I give it to Ishimaru, what he'll do. I should give it to Ishimaru and see what happens. Anyways, I'm gonna end the episode here. This episode was so fucking long. I don't know how I survived it. But, again, I don't think it was as long as the last trial, but it felt really long because the last trial I recorded in 2 parts, and this one I recorded all at once! Yay! Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, and I will see you guys in the next video. Keep calm and party conservatively.